Welcome to Module 1. The goal of Module 1 is to introduce you to LegalSoft and LegalSoft Incubation Plan. LegalSoft started out as a company that helps law firms grow and expand. And we help law firms grow by providing staffing, virtual staff, marketing, practice management, social media, and anything that attorneys need to have their law firms run smoothly and expand so that the attorneys can focus on their legal practice and on growing their firm and growing it to maximize its potential. What is an incubation business plan? The incubation is a different concept of practice management and practice startup. Normally, when an attorney decides to open their own law firm, you grow it from the ground up yourself. You start finding clients and then you start working their cases. And as your practice expands, that's when you start working on figuring out how to run the business, because there's two aspects into running a law practice, the actual practice of law and working the cases, and the management and the business side of it. Incubation is a new concept as to how the law firms can expand and hit the ground running from the get-go. So what we do is we take on the law firm from the very beginning, and we create a plan that would help it grow and expand from the get-go. How it's going to generate the business, how we're going to manage the staffing, what exactly is needed on each step along the way, so that the attorney can focus on practicing law and taking care of your clients, while we can help you handle everything on the back end, all the operations and all the marketing, and help you generate the business and help your firm grow. When somebody first graduates from law school, passes the bar exam, and wants to open their firm, there is a lot of steps that are involved in the beginning. How to register it, how to register it with the city, with the state bar, how to set up your presence, how to come up with the firm name, how many people do you have to hire, where do you get your clients from. All of this is going to be handled through the incubation process, so that we'll put together this plan, and then we'll work it out so the attorney can start working the cases and not worry so much about how to get it all set up until you actually start getting the clients and doing the work. The key components of the incubation plan are divided into several categories. First would be the initial practice setup. That has everything to do with registering your company, opening your bank accounts, setting up your tax ID, getting your name, your logo, your whatever you need to open your doors. Then you need to figure out how you're going to generate business and you're going to have clients come in. So the next aspect would be lead generation, marketing, and establishing your online presence, your social media. Then it would be your staffing. How many people do you need to run the firm very efficiently? Who you're going to hire? What's going to be the standard operating procedures? What's going to be the workflow? How to get everything set up so that your people can hit the ground running and just start doing the work. Then it would be everything that has to do with how to grow the firm, the strategic business plan, and coming up with a plan as to how the firm is going to develop, which areas are you going to expand in, how you can generate more business, and how to expand the firm as your business expands. And overall, everything that ties into all of your back-end operations and how to get all of those pieces to work together cohesively and smoothly. At this time of Module 1, I would like you to take some time in your group to discuss what are the positive aspects of incubation and how can it tie into your firm and how it would be beneficial for you. And if you're not in the group, you can write it down yourself and work on it at your own pace. All right, the first lesson is going to be about the importance of creating a solid budget. and plan out your budget each year. Many law firms start out without a solid business plan and a solid budget as to how they're going to spend their money. It's kind of a touch and go thing, and it's you got more cases, you hire another person, you need a practice management software, you do a little bit of research, you find one, it doesn't work, you switch to another. So there is a lot of experimentation going, because the attorneys don't know from the start as to exactly what is it that they will need today versus a year from now versus 10 years from now, and how to smoothly transition the firm to make sure that you can expand and that you can do it in a controlled manner with the maximize the efficiency of how you spend your money, and that every dollar you spend is actually going to create a benefit for your firm in the long term. So this is where we come in. We remove this whole need to experiment and to for the attorney to kind of see how it goes and see if it works out. We will create a solid plan, and we will provide you with all the tools that you need, and and we will maximize the efficiency of the money that you have to invest into the firm to make sure that you have the maximum return from whatever is being invested. Let's talk about the financial responsibilities of your firm and what are the big ticket items where most of the money usually goes. First, it's obviously you need the staff to run your firm. So you will have your case managers, your paralegals, your junior associates, your intakers, your receptionists, whoever it is that you need to run your firm. You need to budget for paying them and making sure you can attract the best people into the firm. And another aspect where a lot of expenses are going towards is generating the cases. So, lead generation, advertising, marketing, website, and everything that you need to make sure your client base continues to grow and you keep getting more cases. Um, and other aspects of running the firm are would be your technology, anything that's, your office, your rent, whatever it is that you need to be aware of all the expenses that you're going to incur, and you need to make sure that those expenses are they fit your current needs, as well as that they could be scaled for when your firm is going to grow and expand. So this is where we're going to come in and help you develop a solid budget that's going to work at this stage of your life and your firm's life, and also figure out how it's going to expand to accommodate your firm's growth and to promote the development of your firm. And so it's going to be running smoothly, and that you're going to make some money. Let's talk about various fixed costs and variable costs in your law firm. So, your fixed costs are something that you know exactly how much you're going to be paying each month, and you can plan for it, you can budget for it. For example, your office rent. You know what it is, you know what it will be for the rest of your lease term. um, how much you're paying your staff. You should know exactly how much you're going to be paying next month. There is a little variation if somebody comes and goes, but in general, you know that you need to have, let's say, 3 case managers. You need to have 5 paralegals. There are 3 attorneys. You know exactly how much it's going to cost you. Now, your variable costs could be something like your case acquisition, your lead generation, your marketing campaigns. Sometimes there can be great variations because those costs go up and down, and it's sometimes outside of of your control, because if you're doing a lead generation campaign, some month you're going to have great results and many people coming in, and others your cost per acquisition are going to jump sky high, and it's something that needs to be closely monitored to make sure that you're not wasting money when it shouldn't be wasted. So, and that's something that we would help you with, because we have those tools, and we'll be able to monitor the expenses of your marketing campaign. um, Another variable aspect of the of your budget could be related to some case costs depending on the practice area. For example, if you have it just how it worked out that one month you have multiple depositions you have to pay for, you have to hire expert witnesses, you have a lot of costs associated with particular cases that you have to front until you get paid on the case. So that is something that is, you might not be able to predict right away, but it's something that we can help you figure out how to budget for it, how to create a long-term plan so that um, that your budget can accommodate for those variable costs, so there would be no surprises, and there's not going to be any sudden influx in expenses that you're not prepared for. All right, let's talk about how the best way to allocate your resources, first towards the smooth running of your practice and your day-to-day tasks and activities, and how to determine how much resources to allocate towards the growth of your firm. So this is something that we're going to work with you, because with each person individually, because those things are very different for each attorney, for each law firm, for each practice area. But we will figure out a plan for you that would determine um, at what point do you need to invest more into expanding your firm. When is it time to hire more staff? When is it time to open a second office location? When is it time to expand into another states or other practice areas? We will develop a formula specifically for your firm so that you would know that as your practice grows, as you start generating more cases, you're settling more cases, we will be able to set up a solid plan for you, so that it's not something that you determine because, well, it feels like maybe it's time to expand. You will know exactly that you have that many more cases, it's time to bring on another person. You have this many attorneys, then it's time to open a second location. We will have this set up for you so that you have this formula in mind, and you will see a roadmap of your firm's expansion and which direction it would need to go. So here at LegalSoft, we're very data driven. We like to see and analyze data because you can judge, you can predict future performance based on how everything's been going. And all the decisions need to be made based on full understanding of all of your data up to date. So we're very big on monitoring your spending, monitoring the costs of every aspect of your firm. We will be generating all the reports, and you will see all the statistics and how all the money is being spent, and how each expenditure either helpful or harmful to your firm, what is the best way to maximize your money, and whether each aspect and each expenditure is actually generating a profit for you and is being helpful for you. So this is a very important part of managing a law practice, because you need to not just plan for where the money is going to be spent, but also be able to analyze all of the data and understand whether or not everything is going in accordance with that plan, and that everything is generating the results that you need.